So I wanted to make this to further clarify and visualize the Argus section of my last video. Rewatching my last upload, the section about Argus might be hard to understand, so I'll break it down with further here with visuals, so it's easier to understand. In lore, the first ones created the prototype pantheon of Death's physical bodies within the sepulchre. They are crude automatons incapable of free thinking and carry out their directives with extreme prejudice. And the Dungeon Journal notes this is because they lack a soul for higher level reasoning and independent thought. We learn that the Pantheon is given their souls within the Crypt of the Eternal Ones. After they woke within the Crypt, the first ones tell them many things, including that they have to leave and may never return. In Zereth Mortis, there is an automata oracle named Caesara, who oversees the Forge of Afterlives, which creates new afterlives for the Shadowlands. Caesara carries out the will of the first ones, which they hear through an ephemeral song. This song informs them of the work they must do in perpetuity. They are able to create a new arbiter to replace the old one, and this is the subject of a quest that unlocks the crypt. In ancient times, when Zaval was defeated and his power stripped of him, it was likely taken to Zereth Mortis by the Pantheon of Death, where the silent arbiter we see is printed off and made strictly to do its job without a second thought or objection, which would include the edict by the first ones that none should be allowed to enter Zereth Mortis after leaving. Argus's soul, corrupted by and infused with the energies of death, is sent to the Shadowlands. This presents an impossible problem for the Arbiter. The Arbiter is stuck in a paradox where its programming says Argus must go to the crypt, but also that none may enter Zereth Mortis. After the way is open and we find Caesara, they eventually tell us that the song has informed them a new Arbiter must be made to continue its work in furtherance of the first one's design. They tell us this can be made possible because there is a powerful soul residing within the crypt.
Vessel. Dormant above the sands. The song seeks a voice. Ascend. Reclaim. Restore. An empty vessel, an absent role, both must be filled once more. A vessel of judgment is required. The missing fractal must be replaced. The geometry made whole.
A vessel of judgment? Do you mean the Arbiter? But how?
All that is eternal was forged in Zereth Mortis. Archon, Primus, Winter Queen, Sire, and Arbiter. A symphony of creation needs voices joined in chorus. One we possess, the other we do not. The vessel seeks a soul, one that slumbers in the crypts of the eternal. Only with both will the Arbiter sing again. A song distorted, the crypts defiled. Howls of wrath and agony, where once first breath was drawn, now only pain endures.
While attempting to help Caesara do this, Dreadlords corrupt the ritual, and it is revealed that the soul within the crypt is Argus the Unmaker.
The time has come. The halls have healed. A new arbiter waits in the wings. Dissonance. A melody lost long ago.
Long have we awaited this moment. The Banished One's gambit made manifest. A world soul twisted by death. A maul with which to crush the Arbiter. And now, it shall take this vessel. Argus will be eternal! Is it over?
The song is silent.
In Oldemon, we find Prime Designate Edicts, Volume 742. It is Odin's edicts for the Titanforged, including that mortals shall not learn about Zereth Ordis, or what the first ones told the Titans when they created them there, believing it would only confuse mortals. So, my question in theory is that if defeating the immature world soul of Argus sends it to the Crypt of the Eternal Ones in Zereth Mortis, then what happened to the souls of the destroyed worlds when Sargeras destroyed them? The Forge of Afterlives in Zereth Mortis creates entirely new afterlives to fill the Shadowlands, and the Sepulchre prints new powerful automata like those possessed by the Pantheon of Death. It stands to reason that within the Zereth of Order mentioned by Odin, there is a Forge of Worlds that makes planets, and the Titan souls are put inside of them and sent out into the cosmos. If this Zereth installation has automata like Caesarea that reproduces this process, then that means the world souls Sargeras attempted to destroy would have been reborn. Furthermore, the first world soul found by Sargeras was said to be so deeply corrupted it had fallen to the void, and Sargeras had to destroy it. So if a death-corrupted Argus goes to Zereth Mortis, then wouldn't this void-corrupted soul go to Zereth Umbra? The Titans told us that Azeroth is the last world soul, but with the latest edition of Koresh and Revelations by Locust Walker that it has a world soul, it can't be true that Azeroth is the last Titan. And with the knowledge given to us about the Zereth installations as a place of rebirth for the Eternal Ones, then all the dead world souls not completely corrupted would have gone back to the Zereth of Order and be printed out new planets. If Pelagos can offer his soul to become a new arbiter within the Crypt of the First Ones, then it might also imply we could offer our souls in Zereth of Order to become the new slumbering world souls that would one day awaken as a Titan if we recreated this ritual. Glad I could clarify that.
The melody fades, a plaintive refrain. The cycle awaits a voice.